Now he's a flying boy. Look at those flips. That that's at least three. That at least.
Uncle Erdnot has a present for you!
Well, that's what that's what high blood pressure will do to you. Hello everybody, I'm here and I'm back, and I see that my webcam have been moved again of its own volition. Anyway, hello everybody. I'm here and I'm back, day 6 of a Mass Effect marathon that I'm doing through the entire month of November, and we are on day 2 of Mass Effect 2 playthrough. While I'm doing this marathon, I'm also doing a charity, a StackUp.org charity, and that charity supports military veterans, currently deployed soldiers, and prevents suicide amongst the military personnel and vets. Information more about that information is probably in the Twitch chat and somewhere on the right next to the stream title. So if you guys want to like help and donate towards that, go ahead. We are currently at $275 out of 300. Every single time we are reaching a donation goal, I'm stacking up and I'm adding additional $50 to the fundraiser. So yeah, by the way, just to clarify, it's not, I'm basically increasing the goal of the charity by $50. I'm not adding from myself, though I'm possibly gonna add something from myself if everything's gonna go right. I'm definitely gonna do something from myself. But yeah, Mass Effect 2, I'm gonna start the game. Hey Muffin, hey Gildis, hope you're doing well. But yeah, now we are waiting for Mass Effect 2 to launch, because Steam needs to launch Origin needs to launch the game, and it's basically just a double amount of waiting for no really good reason. Anyway, yesterday we managed to get Garrus and managed to get Mordin. Hey Fox, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. And yeah, today we're gonna be continuing with the video game. I don't really remember what we have finished yesterday. I think yesterday we have finished at the captain's cabin, and right now we are able to basically go for the further part into the game. OBS, please start capturing. That would be nice. There we go. So yeah, I have finished at the captain's cabin, and I think at this point we're just gonna go forward. There's nothing to talk about with anybody, I think. Or at least I believe so. Yeah, that's the entire system of Olsen. Yeah, okay. This is the Horse Nebula has been cleared out, so I can go for another system now. Do I have to buy probes? I could. Recruit Master Thief. Technically speaking, I could go for the Citadel right now. I could buy everything over there. There's even recruit the Warlord, which is the Grunt. This is Grunt. Hell, I don't know if I will have enough karma to help Zaid right now. I think what I am going to do is I'm gonna recruit the Warlord, and then I'm gonna go for Citadel, after which I'm gonna go and help Zaid, because I know there's an option that requires a little bit of Paragon karma. Yeah, let's do that. But first let me explore the other possible systems, which, quite honestly, there's plenty of them. So I'm gonna start with Strabo. Seems like it's a pretty empty system, though. Only one thing to explore. Probably a gas giant.
Launching probe.
Exit on that. And that was the first system. I'm gonna go for Modlist now. I'm gonna end up at Emir as the very last system to explore. I think that would be good. At least a good idea.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched.
Alright, that's all when it comes to this system. Let's go for another one. Next on my list is Amun. Or Amun. I don't know how will it be correctly pronounced. Probably one of the attempts that I have made.
Probe away.
Right, so that's this planet. Someone tells me that this planet over here is gonna have some kind of a distress signal.
Anomaly detected.
Never mind. This one has the anomaly.
Detected an anomaly.
Okay, good for you. I'm gonna take a look at that as the very last thing then. Oh, this one has ESO. So it has ESO for days. God damn.
Launching probe.
Another
Probe
ESO
launched.
planet.
In research projects, Element Zero is used for BioAmp and Omni-tool upgrades, which allow squad members who have biotic and tech powers to be much more effective.
So this is supposed to be our first planet with the ESO, because the tutorial just jumped in.
I have detected an anomaly. Probe launched. Something on our sensors.
Okay, let's see what it is. Same squad as per usual, Miranda and Morden, because that matters. Okay, I got 1 point over here, 1 point over here, and 0 points at Morden, sadly. Right, I don't need to switch into any other equipment. Isn't this the dusty one?
A sandstorm is approaching from the north.
Oh yeah, that's the sandstorm one. Fine. I'll deal with that. Actually, I'm gonna save the game over here. Because you never can be too careful. This is gonna be the one with like infinite waves of robots, so there's technically no real reason to stay over here. Just complete the mission and get back, and that's it. Okay, you got a shotgun and you have a sniper. Okay, you both can keep the pistols. So the moment I'm gonna get Locust is gonna be much more fun.
Attention all hands. We are on a collision course and losing systems fast. Report to the escape pods immediately. This is not a drill. Captain, short-range sensors just went offline and I'm locked out of helm control. The VI is reporting malfunctions all over the ship.
Okay, nothing over here. Loki mechs, Ymir mechs. Oh, so this is basically what we are going to fight eventually. It gives me a full list of enemies, pretty much. Wait, what was that? Refine platinum? Where do you see that? Is there a way to go up there? No. Then why did the game show me, hey, refine platinum and stuff? Where do, oh, it's on the ground. I'm looking above. Good job, me. Activating and self-destructing. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but fine.
Multiple hostiles powering up at your location. Recommend immediate extraction.
Look at that over there. Free range.
Has reduced visibility to 90%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
There goes Emir.
Going to cover! Moving out of line of fire. Got it.
1, 2, and 3.
Firing now. Make activity.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 65%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Alright, I think that's all of it. No, wait.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 40%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
That was nice.
They're going to eventually like start popping out behind us.
Trouble ahead. Just the thing to help.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 40%. For evacuation. Moving.
Oof.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 40%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
That was really close. Yeah, it repeats the same message over and over again. So it's 40% into max. I think we can evacuate.
Come on, we need to leave.
There's no really good reason to like stay over here. Now remember that there's possibly like an achievement or something that you had to like destroy a specific amount of robots or something. I think I have even achieved that on my first playthrough when I was playing as an adept. All right, so we got Ammon out of the way. Let's go for Relic. Or maybe I should go for the Citadel first to talk with Anderson.
Launching probe.
Gonna have to think about it while I'm still in this system.
Probe launched.
Okay, that's 28%. We still got 4 planets to explore.
Probe away.
It's another one.
Probe launched. Probe away.
Bitful Current. A specific name for a planet.
Probe away.
Alright, this system is done. I'm just gonna go for Grunt. I mean, I have more than... oh, it's 85%, so there's something else. Where's that missing planet? Is it the planet that's like almost right next to the... It's either planet or there's gonna be some kind of a mission over here. Or maybe... Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Launching probe.
Alright, that's good. Now the relic is fully explored. Yeah. See if we recruit the Warlord. See with the fuel depot over here.
Probe away. Probe away.
$50, $75. And Grunt is gonna be the last planet. Here we go. Same team, Miranda and Morden. Probably I'm gonna take Miranda and Morden throughout the entire game. Yeah, we did not gain that additional level, so there's nothing I can do.
Dossier doesn't say if Okir is on this planet by choice. Assume hostiles.
There is only one measure of success. Kill or be killed. Perfection is your goal.
Broadcasting orders over loudspeaker. Charming.
Stay focused. We're looking for a Krogan warlord.
Cute. But yeah, I think after Krogan, I'm gonna go for the Citadel, just so I can get Kasumi and also buy everything from the shops in Citadel.
Lookout position. Equipped for combat.
More than the covering.
Finding cover.
Yeah, you should do that. Nah, this is not the plan of the sniper rifle. Why do I always think that this plan has a sniper rifle? Oh no, a bleeder. What should we ever do with him? I think I should have enough karma for this.
Shit. I won't stop bleeding. I'm gonna... You son of a bitch.
Doesn't look that bad, actually.
He doesn't need to know that.
I knew it wasn't berserkers. Not at range. You're mercs or Alliance. I'm not telling you anything.
I've got a nice application of metagel ready to go. But if you'd rather I just keep walking.
Son of a bitch. I don't know anything. I just shoot the overflow from the labs. The old Krogan up there, he's really been cleaning house lately. Jador hired him to make her an army, but the Krogan he creates are insane. So we use them for live ammo training. It's all crap. I don't get paid enough to goddamn bleed out.
Outpost 4, Jador wants us to move. We need coordinates on that Krogan pack.
I want your friends gone. Understand?
Patrol, the last group dispersed. Lost sight 5 minutes ago.
Dispersed? Jador will be pissed. She wanted a show.
You asked for a report, you got it. Dispersed.
Understood. Returning to the labs.
There, you see? I'm helping.
Have you seen O'Keir? Does he know about all this?
We can't go in the labs, but everyone sees what happens when the Krogan come out. I've shot hundreds. They're crazy, mindless. Anyone up there, they know what's going on.
What is Jador planning to do with all these Krogan?
Replace us, probably. I sure wouldn't want to see an army of them coming at me. Only she can't control them. They aren't supposed to be crazy, but they're Krogan. How smart are they to start?
Is Jador's lab heavily guarded?
There are big guns to keep ships away. We're not outfitted to fight goddamn commandos.
If you start limping now, you might find a shady spot before you bleed out.
Shit. Oh, shit. Oh.
The scare was a nice touch.
I thought so. Come on. Our warlord is somewhere in Jador.
Training is part of your contract. Failure to perform means liquidation, legal and otherwise.
Liquidation.
Going to cover! Impressive! Hostiles ahead, watch it.
No shit, Miranda. Hostiles. I wonder what gave that away. Okay, more than you can sit over here.
Lost shield.
And it's one down. And second down. I don't really need a med gel. I mean, I need the credits. I was gonna need the credits. It's 100 credits is always nice.
Team 4, do you read? Team 4, come tell Jador.
Yeah, the missile launcher lady, she needed to go. Oh, that was a horrible shot. Oh my goodness. I think there's somebody on the right side, more or less. Yeah, Miranda just pops her head out when she shouldn't. Like, there was absolutely no need for her to take all that damage.
The Krogans are your example and your warning. As ferocious as they are, failures are expendable.
Damn, what a leader.
We've been spotted.
Are they already pre-firing at me? They kinda do. Yeah, I'm just making sure that I have picked up everything. Even though it's Mass Effect 2, and most of the loot items are perfectly visible, I rather be safe than sorry. Yeah, I think I'm good. The only thing I want to pick up is some ammunition. Here we go.
Different. New. You don't smell like this world. 7 night cycles, and I have felt only the need to kill. But you... something makes me speak.
He's only a week old?
They must breed them full size, ready to kill. Not much improvement over regular mercs if they need training.
Bred to kill. No. I kill because my blood and bone tell me to. But it's not why I was flushed from Glass Mother. Survival is what I hear in my head. Against the enemy that threatens all my kind. But I failed, even before waking. That is what the voice in the water said. That is why I wait here.
You're supposed to be part of a mercenary army. Do you remember Jador?
I know that name. It causes anger, but also laughter. It is not a name that will be sung when we march. I don't know what that means, but I have heard it many times.
How can you speak if you're only a week old?
There was a scratching sound in my head, and it became the voice. It taught things I would need. Walking, talking, hitting, shooting. Then the voice said I was not perfect, and the teaching stopped. And now I am here.
Interesting. Raised, then rejected. Control group? Failed test?
I don't know, but I am not perfect.
Okir's voice? Did he speak to you while you were in your tank?
I heard the voice, not like now, with ears. Inside. I called it Father. It like that, but it was disappointed. I'm not what it needs me to be.
A breeding program? Trying to escape genophage effects?
Escape. Escape was never whispered. Survive, resist, ignore.
How did you disappoint the voice?
I don't know. It was decided before I left Tank Mother. I was not perfect.
If Mercenary was correct, Krogan prone to mental instability.
I don't know of that, but I'm not perfect.
I destroyed Saren's cure. How does Okir expect these Krogan to ignore the genophage if not by curing it?
Uncertain. Likely irrelevant. Appears Okir has had no success.
Can you show me the laboratory? I need to speak with Okir.
The Glass Mother. She is up, past the broken parts, behind many of you fleshy things. I will show you.
Making them strong for only 1 week old.
Brute strength. Key aspect of Krogan.
You fleshy things are slow when big things are in your way.
You could have run or tried to fight your way back to the labs. Why stay here?
I am waiting. The voice told me, if they come, I fight. But I will not run, and I will not follow. I am not perfect, but I have purpose. I must wait until called, released.
You know, I wouldn't mind to have a little bit of a side story with this Krogan over here.
Don't like the look of that. Stay alert.
You know, little side story with the Krogan as he Okay. Burn in hell. Oh, isn't this the planet where I have to find like dozens upon dozens of Krogans? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, 1, 2, and 3.
Flammable or inflammable.
Let's finish you off. Found that one.
1 down.
Incoming. Deploying incineration tech.
I see them. Ready to die?
Yeah, the other Krogan is either hiding behind the corner or already charging. Yeah, he's charging.
Quit hiding.
Yeah, I'm gonna freeze him. Nice. 1 more Krogan. Yeah, Morton, you better move. Okay, we can definitely destroy his armor, and Morton can freeze him. I see another big boy over there. Okay, we are both gonna destroy his armor. And Morton's gonna freeze him. We got another guy incoming. Nah, I'm good. Okay, we need to destroy his armor. 1, 2, 3.
Flammable or inflammable. Forget which. Doesn't matter.
The ice cube is over. Oh, the ice cube actually have died. Okay, fine. Oh shit. Okay, one at a time. Okay, freeze you because you're coming way too close.
To help.
Another one? Jesus. 1, 2, 3.
Deploying incineration tech.
Go invisible. Freeze him. Destroyed. Yeah, powers cannot be used. I get it.
Quit hiding.
Nah.
Heads up!
Hostiles charging.
It's me who is charging.
Took down the grid. We're blinded
Not
by the
hostiles.
sides. Where are the heavies?
More platinum, sure, why not? I'm looking around for some other stuff. Because I do not want to miss anything. Okay, there's no way to go down, but I can save the game.
Krogan on our 6. Copy, goddammit. Where's Tador and her personal guard?
Okay, so if we're gonna go through that...
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's sniper rifle damage. For a second I thought it's something else. It's fine though. That is fine. I'm gonna take the manager because of money.
Headed for combat.
Direct organ trauma.
How could I miss that one? Too early. Okay, I don't know how that one shall have missed, but it did. Doesn't matter. Morden, why are you charging? Good job, Morden. You're stupid. Hey, Martin Salas, I was in SDG.
Nice shot.
That's definitely not Gerard. Trying to get her down as much as everybody else. At least I can move a little bit. Okay, let's just destroy his shield. What? Hey, welcome. Oh, now you're finding cover.
Concentrate on the Krogan charge or we're all dead.
More than you, silly goose. Okay, that's 4,000 credits. I'm never gonna neglect that.
Taking cover.
Fire at will, Gavin. Kill the trespassers. I'll deal with the traitorous oak here.
There's the target.
Cover the wounded. Indeed. On my way.
Oh, she's almost done. Nice.
Here we go.
I've lost visuals.
Don't lose your head. Can I? Okay, none of us can really do anything against him. Never mind, I can freeze him. How? Oh my goodness. Am I really awful? I think I'm really awful today. Aiming wise, that is.
Berserkers are going down, but the outsider commandos are still incoming.
Good job, Morden.
Impressive. Yes.
He died for the second time today. I really hate that camera shake while using skills. I really do.
I need everyone out of the labs to fight this. Every floor, every outpost, move!
It's just so distracting.
Headshot.
Are you having shields? Yes, you do. Thank you for popping out. Say goodbye to your shields. And that should hit.
What do you mean Jador's holding the mechs? She'll lose all our toys if we don't get back up.
Yeah, dealing with mechs is gonna be fun because it's gonna be heavy ambush like this, only with like 2 or 3 mechs at the same time. Okay, that data cannot be harvested.
Concentrate fire on my position. Concentrate on.
Concentrating on screaming? I mean, that can be arranged. Alright, can I go downstairs? I'm gonna go upstairs then.
Indeed.
Right there.
Damn it! Someone get her off the speakers and out here.
Heading to cover.
I think I'm gonna move them both over here. Destroy the shields. One down. I see a missile guy. She's actually launching 2 missiles at the same time. Peek. Or not. I hope she's dead. Come on, I'm in the open. Okay, we're still in the battle. How can I move my companions now? I guess
Indeed.
behind this.
Heading to cover.
Can I actually shoot through this? Oh, yes, I can.
Nice shot.
Of course.
Affirmative. Get to cover.
Yeah. She have made the move. Ma'am, you're technically out of bounds. You should be like falling down as we speak. As much as I like shooting with this sniper rifle, getting a stronger one would be nice. Or a different one, just for a change.
Nice shot.
Of course, it's a guy with a missile launcher. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay, so far so good. Gonna take a look around for a second, and I don't really see anything that could be harvested. Alright.
Shepard, don't shoot. You know me.
Oh my god, that's that lady from Vermeer. Okay, let's talk to her.
I shut down the security cams as soon as I saw it was you. Never thought I'd say it, but I'm glad it's you shooting up the place. Sorry, Rana Thanoptis. You let me go when you destroyed Saren's lab on Vermeer. Had to outrun a nuke in a utility pod, but it's still a second chance.
She did not learn her lesson.
I assume you have a good reason for being at this lab?
Don't worry, I'm not wasting the chance you gave me. My work here, strictly beneficial. Not for the mercs. Jador's on a standard power trip. But Okir is trying to do something good, even if his methods are a little extreme.
Little?
Everyone deserves a second chance, right? And sometimes giving one pays off. I take care of my debts.
What is Okir trying to do here?
It's complicated. Jador wants a private army, but Okir mostly ignores her. He's running the project for his own reasons. I created a mental imprint routine to educate his tank bred. Most don't get through it. He dumps them for some reason. He wants to help his people, but he's not looking for a genophage cure, and he's not going for numbers. That's all I know.
Finding you in a place like this makes me think letting you go was a mistake.
That's a third
I
chance.
don't want that.
We agree on that. Don't worry. I plan on staying as far away from anything to do with you as possible. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna run like hell before you blow the place or something. I know how you work.
Yeah, I have the rap.
Should have killed her. Too much knowledge without ethical boundaries.
I don't think that killing her would bring any benefit whatsoever. Like, seriously. Morden, doctor. Oh, that's Okir. Okay.
Here you are. I've watched your progress.
Well, that means your eyes are still working.
This looks interesting.
Hey, growing vitality. I can definitely take that.
It's about time. The batteries on these tanks will not wait while you play with these idiotic mercs.
I take it you're Okir. You don't seem particularly caged or grateful that I'm here.
You may claim to be here to help, but the formerly deceased Shepard is not a sign of gentle change. Surprised? Old Krogan should know you. I'm sure Rana has already revisited your actions on Vermeer.
I didn't have a lot of room for finesse. If there'd been any other solution, I'd have considered it.
But I approve. Saren's pale horde were not true Krogan. Numbers alone are nothing. The mistake of an outsider, one that these mercenaries have also made. I gave their leader my rejects for her army, but she grows impatient. It's time for you to take me out of here.
Personal issues irrelevant. Here for the collectors.
I see. Yes, collector attacks have increased. A human concern. My requests were focused elsewhere. I acquired the knowledge to create one pure soldier. With that, I will inflict upon the genophage the greatest insult an enemy can suffer. To be ignored.
Your search for the perfect soldier created a lot of failures. You don't care about them?
I failed no one. My rejects are exactly what Jador asked for. She simply lacks the ability to command. They are strong, healthy, and useless to me. I need perfection. If a few thousand are rejected, so be it. My work will purify the Krogan. We will not be restored. We will be renewed.
I thought the Krogan ideal was a return to the numbers that threatened the galaxy.
We will not need numbers. My soldier is a template. It is a greater threat than all the Phantom siblings that would have been at its flank. The galaxy still bears the scars of the Horde, but it will learn to fear the Lance.
What did you get from the Collectors? I need whatever you know about them.
They are strange, so isolated, yet very available when your sacrifice is big enough. I gave them mini Krogan. I may have information for you, but the tech was consumed in my prototype, after I determined how to use it without killing the subjects. The deaths were unfortunate, but I only need one success to start the process.
So you don't want to cure the genophage?
Contrary to what survivors claim, the genophage does not produce strong Krogan. The only quality it filters is the ability to survive the genophage. For every 1,000 stillborn, too many weaklings live. Every survivor is branded as precious. That's produced more cuddling than your collective human teats. I say, let us carry the genophage. Let 1,000 die in a clutch. We will defeat it by climbing atop our dead. That is the Krogan way.
Damn.
Your methods are extreme, but you know how to deconstruct a threat. Will you help us?
Perhaps I can strike a deal to secure passage, but my prototype is not negotiable. It is the key to my legacy.
Attention, I have traced the Krogan release. Okeer, of course. I'm calling blank slate on this project. Gas these commandos and start over from Okeer's data. Flush the tanks.
She's that weak-willed. She'll kill my legacy with a damn valve. Shepard, you want information on the Collectors? Stop her. She'll try to access contaminants in the storage bay.
You could just start over like she plans to. What's the big deal?
This tank is pure. It involved as much trial as data. Starting over will not duplicate it. It must survive. Jador will be with the rejected tanks. Kill her. I will stay and do what must be done.
Baby grunt. Okay, I'm gonna save the game and let's go. I think after this I should be able to gain a level.
I think she's talked enough.
Watch out!
Not a problem.
You got...
Okay, and it's gonna be armor to be destroyed.
Making contact.
I'm not sure if I will be able to drain its shields.
Overload deployed.
It's meant to damage that thing. how's the shields on you? I think you can drain them.
Go ahead, destroy. I will rebuild.
Okay, now it's time for Ymir. I think we can all attack it at the same time now.
This will put them down.
Yep, it's done.
Going to explode.
I'll build more.
Okay, so not only Jador is available. Just gonna straight up approach her over here. You have armor? Seriously?
You won't win here. You can't. Alarms in
And
the
that's
lab.
all she wrote.
Damn it, what's Okeer doing back there?
Shepard, the lab alarms coincided with the system's failure. The remaining lab systems are unprotected, and I have gained limited access. According to lab scanners, the room is flooded with toxins and Okeer's personal life signs are failing rapidly. I recommend haste.
Well, then I guess I have to move back right now. There's nothing else over here.
Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress. Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress.
If I knew why the collectors wanted humans, I would tell you. But everything is in my prototype. My legacy is pure. This one soldier. This grunt. Perfect.
Well, rip Okeer, I suppose.
Okeer wasted his life to save this single Krogan?
Delusional. Unlikely one Krogan, however strong, could have impact Okeer wanted. Am almost certain. Suggest leaving it.
No. Nah, we are taking it.
Afraid he'll make
we
your
need Cousin
genophage
Grunt.
obsolete.
No, but Krogan, genetically dangerous, socially dangerous as well, have enough enemies without adding this.
Normandy, Okeer is a no-go, but we have a package that needs retrieval. And he's a big one.
Cousin Grunt. Alright, we have actually leveled up, which is great. I'm not sure if I can put anything into my skills.
It makes sense, but I have concerns about waking it.
Yeah, you've said that a few times now.
A normal Krogan is dangerous. This one was created and likely educated by a madman.
Yeah, there's no way he's getting out unless one of us lets him out.
Or unless Okeer installed some sort of failsafe. Or a malfunction causes the tank to shut down.
I'm not saying we take a crowbar to it right now, but I'm not giving up a potential resource.
It's your decision, Commander. Just be careful.
Noted. The cargo hold is safe enough while I decide what to do with him.
Activate the Krogan. Okay, let me see if I can level up my character. I can. I can put something in an energy drain. Make it stronger a little bit. Impact rate is an energy drain, 160 points. And next 2 levels, that's gonna go into operative. Okay, so one thing at a time. First I'm gonna talk with Joker. Because every single time we do anything like important, we need to talk with the entire crew to see if they don't have any side quests or there's anything else for them.
I can't wait.
We're flying into the eye of the storm, and you're thinking about some Asari prostitute?
Hey, watch it. It's not like that at all. She's... You won't understand unless you meet her.
She's a thought. Hey Dutchman, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday.
Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
This thing wants to fire me over a joke. Okay, I said I'd flash the AI core, but I was kidding. And we'd only lose a few systems. Nosy ones.
To clarify, human resources adjustments are not actually under my authority.
Then why? Why are you always picking on me?
My replies were intended to provoke, though not to cause distress. Your reactions are atypical of most humans. You are interesting.
I'm doing pretty good myself, can't really complain. Playing Mass Effect 2. Enjoyed my time.
Edie, were you intentionally egging him on? What part of your programming covers that?
Nothing in the restrictions imposed upon me forbids active observation techniques. Mr. Moreau's performance actually improved under duress.
I never figured the coming overlords would be so annoying. I'm done.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Alright, so that was Joker. I'm gonna check the mails. It's Corsica, last known docking coordinates, information acquired, that's gonna be side quest. Error invalid. Hey Shepard, I heard you had after tank for getting out of the purgatory. She had sipped around me out. I didn't weapon check good enough. I'm gonna carve your name instead of mine to my next victims as thanks. Billy. So we got a serial murderer.
The elusive man wishes to speak to you in debriefing room, Commander.
Elusive man is gonna have to fucking wait. Check the research, what I can do. Weapon upgrade, sniper rifle damage, yes please. Any other? Oh, I can do another sniper rifle damage, nice. And that's it for the weapon. Armor, there's nothing. Prototypes, let's see. Organ vitality, yes. Is there anything else in the prototypes? Nothing. Good. Happy with that.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Later, updating crew dental records. All Cerberus personnel have cyanide capsules in molars. Primitive. Ocular nerve flashbangs harder to disarm. Anything else?
Cyanide capsules and molars. Jesus.
I'll let you work.
That's so.
We'll be here if you need me.
Having cyanide capsules and molars, it sounds like a fucking Cold War spy thingamajig. It doesn't sound like something that anybody should pursue ever. Oh boy, talking with Jacob, yay.
Amanda, can I help you with something?
Yeah, how about you just die in the vent?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard.
Yeah, I'm not big on talking with you either.
The elusive man wishes to speak to you in the
Don't care. Don't care, didn't ask. Okay, I'm gonna talk with Jack because I think that's the only character that.
What's this area of the ship? That's all for now.
The only thing I'm caring about is to throw the trash out of the space. Whee! And also to talk with Jack. So I think she's gonna have a conversation because Gabby and the only have a random bender.
You know we've got a crazy woman squatting down in the subdeck?
What? If she touches anything, I'll kill her.
Oh, and the only thing she wears from her waist up is tattoos.
Oh, maybe I should go down and welcome her aboard.
And she's a murderer, has biotic powers that could crush you with a blink, hates everyone in Cerberus.
Damn it, girl. Stop toying with me.
Protect him.
Hey.
I think I already got all the upgrades from
Picked up
you.
a lot of resources. Can you use them to help against the collectors?
I figured out those L5Xs. Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah.
It's not like I keep a library of this shit around.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so.
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What'd you do when you found out?
What do you think?
Obvious have happened.
You must have met some good people, too.
Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring. I helped.
A space station? You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck 'em.
You were a pirate, too?
Ties in with the kidnapping. If you hijack a passenger ship and don't kill everyone, anyway. Good lesson. Simpler to just kill them all.
I'm surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater. They really liked that moon.
Liked it. They don't like it anymore, I guess. It's actually amazing how Jack just doesn't go to prison after the events of Mass Effect 2. Like, she just doesn't. Her record just comes out clean.
Do you ever wonder if
she even becomes a freaking trainer?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. So fuck you. And thanks for asking.
Fuck you too. Fuck you too, in a good way. In a friendly way. Okay, the grunt is over here. It's a port cargo. Can I save the game? Yes, I can. I'm gonna do it. Let's release him.
The subject is stable, Shepard. Integration with onboard systems was seamless.
Can he see anything in there? Does he know where he is?
Unlikely. Current neural patterns indicate minimal cognition. Barring ship-wide power loss, the nutrients in the tank could sustain him for over a year.
Any idea how dangerous this guy is?
He is a Krogan, Shepard. If you were asking whether he is actively hostile, I don't have the necessary data to answer. Okir's technology could impart data, not methods of thinking. The subject may know of his views, but would not necessarily share them.
What can you tell me about this guy? Anything unusual?
The subject is an exceptional example of the Krogan species, with fully formed primary, secondary, and tertiary organs where applicable. No defects of any kind, aside from the genetic markers of the genophage present in all Krogan. I cannot judge mental functioning.
Stand by. I'm gonna open the tank and let him out.
Cerberus protocol is very clear regarding untested alien technology.
He's either a powerful addition to the crew or a time bomb. I'd rather deal with it now.
Very well, Shepard. The controls are online. The switch and consequences are yours.
die. I need a name.
And that's several ribs broken right there.
I'm Commander Shepard, and I don't take threats lightly. I suggest you relax.
Not your name. Mine. I'm trained. I know things. But the tank, Okir couldn't implant connection. His words are hollow. Warlord, Legacy, Grunt. Grunt was among the last. It has no meaning. It'll do. I am Grunt. If you are worthy of your command, prove your strength and try to destroy me.
You wouldn't prefer Okir or Legacy?
It's short. Matches the training in my blood. The other words are big things I don't feel. Maybe they fit your mouth better. I feel nothing for Okir's clan or his enemies. I'll do what I'm bred to do. Fight and determine the strongest. But his imprint has failed. Without a reason that's mine, one fight is as good as any other. Might as well start with you.
I have a good ship and a strong crew. A strong clan. You'd make it stronger.
If you're weak and choose weak enemies, I'll have to kill you.
Our enemies are worthy. No doubt about that.
That's acceptable. I'll fight for you.
I'm glad you saw reason.
Offer one hand but arm the other. Wise Shepherd. If I find a clan, if I find what I want, I will be honored to eventually pit them against you.
Alright, 9 Paragon, and now another thing.
Shepherd.
Let's talk about you. Let's deal with the Normandy upgrades.
Anything in your tank
is the
imprints
first
that can
thing.
make use of the resources we found?
Might have something I could put together. Don't know how useful it will be.
Is it in prototypes? It's a Krogan shotgun, but that's specifically for Grunt. I'm gonna research it so he doesn't die. Not necessarily gonna use it. The Claymore is a very strong shotgun.
Shepard.
Probably one of the strongest in the entire game.
What are your thoughts about our mission?
I fight. Doesn't matter who for.
Simple.
Did Okir give you any imprints about the collectors?
I see blurry ships, guesswork about strength. Nothing to help pick a weak spot and tear. Okir spent all his time on old hatreds. Whatever he had, it was used up when he made me.
The mission, yeah. Because we already have asked about the collectors. I think it's the squad that I need to ask right now.
What do you think about the crew?
Good bunch if they stay out of my way. Dead bunch if they don't. Train them good if you want to take on collectors. Some of these aliens are too smooth.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
Humans talk too much, like the tank. Come back later.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Makes you wonder, Shepard?
That's all for now.
Shepard.
It doesn't do the same thing in Mass Effect 1. Because I was hoping Shepard, Grunt. They're ruined yet. Alright, let's check on the crew, Miranda Lawson and Garrus.
What's wrong?
They lost contact with New Canton. Might be the collectors.
Did your family get out of there?
I don't know. There's no communications yet.
I'm sure they're safe. You'll see.
That's a bathroom. I don't need that. Let's see Miranda. So I'm gonna talk with Elusive Man later. I don't need to talk with him right now.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
The Commander's put together an impressive team. I've never worked with so many aliens before.
They're a small army. We might just pull this mission off.
Shepard, need me for something?
I think, yeah,
Have you got any
I'll
upgrade
ask him
ideas
about
for
the
the
Normandy
Normandy's weapon
systems.
My current upgrades are working pretty well. That's about the best I can do.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit?
Calibrations.
I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Yep, calibrations. Okay, so I will assume we have nobody to talk to. What I can do instead is simply go for the Citadel, because there's a crew deck and I don't think there's anybody else, because I already have talked with Morden and Jacob, and there's nothing in the cabin's cabin that would be relatively interesting. So let's just go for the Citadel and get Kasumi Goto, and maybe after that,
Lucian wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room.
he gon' have to wait.
Change of plans, Commander. Urgent message coming in from the Elusive Man. Patching him in through the comm room.
Don't
Change
care.
of plans, Commander. Urgent message coming in from the Elusive Man. Patching him in through the comm room.
I wish I could see which planets I can actually explore before I'm gonna do anything. I guess I have no other choice but to go with whenever Lucifer is sending me. It's probably going to be the first contact with the Collectors and also with the Caden, because he survived.
Shepard, I think we have them. Horizon, one of our colonies in the Terminus systems, just went silent. If it isn't under attack, it soon will be. Has Morden delivered the countermeasure for the Seeker swarms?
Not yet.
Let's hope he works well under pressure. There's something else you should know. One of your former crew, Caden Alenko, is stationed on Horizon.
Last I knew, Caden was Alliance. Why is he out in the Terminus systems?
Officially, it's an outreach program to improve Alliance relation with the colonies, but they're up to something. And if they sent Commander Alenko, it must be big. I suggest you take it up with him.
The Collectors just happened to pick a colony with one of my former crew. I don't buy it.
It shouldn't be a surprise the Collectors are interested in you, especially if they're working for the Reapers. They might be going after him to get to you.
We should send a message to the Citadel. The Alliance can give us reinforcements.
Not until you investigate. I don't want the Alliance getting in our way. Once you have the situation under control, I'll send the message personally.
Send the coordinates. We'll head straight there.
Which means he is not gonna
This is
send
the
a
most warning
goddamn
we've ever
thing.
had, Shepard. Good luck.
Joker, set a course for Horizon. I've got to go see the professor.
Yeah, forced mission. Forced mission. So after this, I'm gonna go for Citadel. I'm also gonna help, what's his name? Zaid. And then we can proceed to the other parts of the game.
Tell me you have something.
Yes.
Lilith, we've got a problem.
Still can't calibrate the targeting matrix?
Those defense towers are useless if we don't figure it out.
Sorry, Commander. Getting our comm systems back online takes priority.
Yeah. Okay. Surprised people haven't tried to blame that one on me, too.
People out here don't trust the Alliance. It's nothing personal. What is that?
Get everyone to the safe house. I'll cover you. Run! Hurry!
I maxed out barrier on Caden in the Mass Effect 1. I don't know why he didn't use it.
assuming control. We are the harbinger of their perfection. Prepare these humans for ascension.
Well, the squad is gonna be the same. Okay, so I can put 1 point in warp for Miranda, and Morden's gonna have to wait a level so I can increase his cryoblast. And for now, this is it. Increased warp on Miranda is gonna serve me pretty damn well. Considering that biotic abilities are great against the barriers, the biotic barriers.
Morden, you sure these armor upgrades will protect us from the Seeker swarms?
Certainty impossible, but in limited numbers, should confused detection make us invisible to swarms. In theory.
In theory?
Experimental technology. Only test is contact with Seeker swarms. Have to test them in person. Should be exciting.
Yeah, I can freeze that guy. Yeah, I haven't fought collectors in a while, so this encounter with them will be a good memory refresh. Okay, salvage. Salvage always good. Okay, give me the money. Money. Because after this, I'm going for. Actually, hold on. Let me check. How's my Paragon? Not really sure if I can go with this amount of Paragon to complete the Zaid's mission. Not really sure. I'm going to try.
Collector ship disrupting communications.
We're on our own now.
I'm definitely going to try, but I'm not really sure how successful that will be.
Enemies in front! Taking cover!
Simple enough.
They have the husks. Damn. That's a lot of enemies. The stupid barriers. Okay, just finish him off.
Those things look like the husks that Geth used on Eden Prime.
The Geth got that technology from Sovereign.
Elusive Man was right. Collectors working with Reapers.
Alright, let me take a look around if there's no any spare ammunition. Or any weapon attachment. There's some ammo over here. I think it would be a good idea to save. I think that's my... Yeah, there's a dead husk over there, but I also have noticed something on the table. Dead collector! With a heavy skin weave, which I can definitely upgrade. More health, more fun. Or at least more survivability.
Husks have human characteristics, possibly repurposed colonists.
No. On Eden Prime, victims were turned into husks by impaling them on spikes. We haven't seen any. The collectors must have brought the husks. They're taking the colonists alive for something else.
Live victim, that's grim. Let's go and save the colonists. I don't think it matters. Yeah, that's grim. Let's go save the colonists. Whatever.
Collectors must be experimenting.
Don't know which one
on the
I should
colonists.
actually pick.
What are they up to?
Speculation will get us nowhere. It could be anything.
Find out for sure when you stop them.
The collectors aren't getting away with more victims. Let's move out.
Yes, ma'am. Just like Freedom's Progress. The entire colony gone.
No signs of resistance. Must have happened quickly.
Okay, there's the battle music, but
Enemies inbound.
Where do you see them, though? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, that's a barrier. And you have solely missed. Okay, they don't seem to be rushing, which is pretty good. Probably one of them is still stuck somewhere. Don't even know where he is, and I believe that this way is the path forward, so I'm gonna go into this building, see if there's anything good. When you hear the danger, but you don't see the danger. And he's done. Right, we cannot enter that door, so we need to go around. Because we have exited through this building and it had nothing. Save the game. Can never be too careful. Okay, so we're probably gonna have to analyze those victims over there. Most likely. There's a path forward over there.
Victim appears conscious, fully aware, trapped in stasis. Fascinating.
They've been like this a long time.
Being trapped like this in stasis and not even being able to blink. It sucks. It just sucks, man. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that if the victims are frozen, all of their muscles are standing still. Which means they are constantly seeing things and they are not able to blink unless they have their eyes closed. I think that would be the most preferable option. Collector! None. Recruit additional squad members to use these weapons. Well, it's because I have a mod that removes the collector's particle beam as a useful weapon for most of the classes. I think only soldiers are able to use the special weapons. Or so at least I believe. It's gonna be an ambush, isn't it? Gee whiz, how could I ever predicted that?
I am assuming direct control.
No, I'm playing on the veteran.
Easy.
My attacks will tear you apart.
Miranda, how about you stay where I ask you to stay?
Indeed.
And she's down because she's fucking stupid. Of course she is. Good job, Miranda. The only person that could do something against Barrier, and she died because she's a fucking moron. I really dislike the AI of the companions in this game. They just cannot stand where you ask them to stand or stand behind the wall. They're just popping their heads out. Really, dude?
Assuming direct control. You will not stop me.
Nice. Okay, I see a guy over there, but like I said, I cannot really do anything against him. At least not as much as I would like to, because Miranda is a poo-poo. Okay, now we can do a little bit more.
Enjoy.
Oh, look who have decided to wake up. How nice of you. Yeah, Infiltrator is not bad. He's definitely... As a class, the Infiltrator is definitely the best in Mass Effect 3. Warp ammo, it depends. Each ammo has its own strong and weak side.
Going now. Of course.
Warp ammo is good against the barriers. Disruptor armor against the shields. Incendiary freezing ammo. Incendiary is good against armors. Freezing armor is good against the regular, like, unarmored, unshielded enemies because it can freeze them in place. Same with abilities. Like, for example, energy drain, and what's the name of that ability? I totally forgot its name. Overload shields. Any biotic range ability, biotic shield, biotic energy. Incinerate armor. Warp armor as well. Lift grenades are not bad. They are definitely good biotic combination detonators. When it comes to me, if it's possible for me, I will always go for tech explosions. I just prefer them more. Biotic explosions are good, but I'm a tech explosion guy myself. At that point, I do believe it's just a matter of preference, if anything. Okay, I already have that container, so... I can actually save the game even though the battle music is still going on. Which is fine with me. It's one sad thing that in Mass Effect 2 there's no tech explosions, they're only in Mass Effect 3.
Get out here, now!
You're human. What are you doing out here? You lead them right here.
You had to hear them trying to get in. Seems like it's hard to hide from the collectors.
Those things are collectors? You mean, they're real? I thought they were just made up, you know, propaganda to keep us in Alliance space. No, they got Lilith. I saw her go down. Sten, too. They got damn near everybody.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Mechanic. Gad can do all the work.
What's your name? What do you do here?
Name's Delan. Mechanic. I came down to check on the main grid after we lost our comm signals. And I heard screaming. I looked outside and there was swarms of bugs. Everyone they touched just froze. I sealed the doors. Damn it, it's the Alliance's fault. They stationed that Commander Alenko here and built those defense towers. It made us a target.
Cannot blame him for that.
Tell me more about this Alliance rep.
Commander Alenko? Heard he was some kind of hero or something. That made nothing to me, though. Would rather he'd stayed back in Council space.
Any idea what he was doing on Horizon?
Supposed to be helping us get the defense towers up and running. I got the feeling he was here for something else. Spying on us, maybe.
Oh, distrust for the government.
Tell me about the colony defense towers.
A gift from the Alliance. High-powered Guardian lasers. Supposed to keep hostile ships from landing near the colony. Had to build a massive underground generator just to give it enough juice. Only we couldn't get the targeting systems online. So the Alliance gave us a giant gun that couldn't shoot straight. Stupid sons of bitches.
Why do you think this is the Alliance's fault?
We're just a small colony. Nobody bothered us before we started building those damn defense towers and drew attention to ourselves. I left Council space to get away from the Alliance. Nothing good ever comes from getting mixed up with them.
Red Hand Farmer? What can I say? There are some people who just want to escape from any type of government just so they can have life of their own. Can't really blame them for that. Hey, Pack.
The Collectors are targeting remote colonies. The Alliance was trying to help.
I don't need their help. Too many strings attached. That rep said he was just here to get the towers online, but mark my word, there's more to it.
Okay, we could use those towers.
If you have defenses, we can use them against the Collector ship.
You'd need to calibrate the targeting system first. It's never worked right.
We can figure it out. Just tell us where to find it.
Head for the main transmitter on the other side of the colony. Pretty hard to miss. The targeting controls are at the base.
Why need you hurry? Here, help? No, wait here. Hide somewhere.
It's
just
probably
a
just
civvy.
better if you stay out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'll let you out, but I'm locking the door behind you. I'm not taking any chances.
Obviously.
Good luck. I think you're gonna need it.
Okay, so that's Medagel can take that. They're gonna take whatever that safe has. 6,000 credits. Didn't I choose? Yeah, I have the Carnifex. So why during the cutscene it showed me a different weapon altogether? Intriguing choice. Well, anyway, exit is over there. I'm gonna save the game before I'm gonna charge in, and my ammunition have been disabled.
You got it. Going to cover. Taking cover.
They've seen us.
They're through my shield.
Okay, didn't expect that.
Should do the trick.
If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
Okay, so we got the laser dude.
Do you feel this?
No, not yet. And we got a Scion too. One, two, and three, because this guy's pure armor.
If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
Tanky Science tanky. Okay, what about you? What? Wow, nice one. So I just get killed. How? Because I got stunned. I got stun locked in place, and that's it. That was all she wrote.
Affirmative. Simple enough.
We've been spotted.
I will direct this personally.
Should do the trick.
Kill 1 and 100 will replace it.
Ithrax.
If I must tear you apart.
Yeah, tear me apart.
Deploying incineration tech.
Okay, so that's a pure armor target.
Burn nicely.
Hide behind Shepard. Jesus Christ, the controls of this game.
Flammable or inflammable. Forget which. Doesn't matter.
The controls in this game can be so clunky at times. Like, most of the time they are very good, but at points they can be just so incredibly clunky, or you can get glitched and killed for no reason, like I did a moment ago. I was behind the corner, all of a sudden I got stun locked, and that was it. I became a part of the barrier itself. Which in my opinion was super weird, but it is what it is, whatever. I can deal with that.
What's this?
Biotic damage, that's gonna be good for Miranda. I kind of regret not bringing Jack for this, considering that
I expected to run
all
across
enemies
more
over here
colonized
are...
colonists in this area.
Colonists loaded onto ship.
They're gonna have only the biotic barriers. Didn't thought about that. Is Miranda always gonna be a team member? Her passive ability is so good. Alright, I think that's all of it. Dealing with Scion is one thing. We're gonna also have to deal with that, with the big old thing. I forgot its name. The creepy crawly. Ain't gonna lie. I could have missed the good old days when you had a scanner. You know, not really a wall hack, but actually a wall hack. Because it allows you to see where the enemies are. Also, when the Husk can survive a freaking sniper shot, there's a reason for me to worry.
Moving.
Yeah, move to the wall.
Moving.
Miranda. Into exactly at the wall. Oh my god. They spawned right over there, haven't they? Yes, they did.
Just getting to help.
Neutralized. Thought I was harmless, did you?
There's the transmitter.
And there's some ammo.
Simple enough.
Going now. Easy enough. You got it.
There we go. Okay, I can still save the game. Which I am going to do because I'm going to look for resources. I think I see one container over there. Hey, 100 credits, nice. And that's a transfer. If the one I'm gonna activate it, the shit is gonna hit the fan. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else. Oh, now these guys are gonna start following me. That's not gonna help my cause. Because if these two are going to die, dealing with this entire area solo, it's gonna be not good. Not good at all. So I cannot hide my companions over here. I think the best way to hide them would be still over here, even though those husks have just spawned out of nowhere, but
Finding cover.
it is what it
Heading to
is.
cover.
Normandy, do you copy?
Joker here. Signal's weak, Commander, but we got you.
Edie, can you get the colony's defense towers online?
Errors in the calibration software are easily rectified, but it will take time to bring the towers to full power. I recommend a defensive posture. I will not be able to mask the increased generator output.
Collectors will respond with force to stop it.
We'll stop them. Easy enough.
Maybe not. Enemy reinforcements closing in. I suggest you ready weapons.
Okay, how I'm gonna do that?
We are the harbinger of your destiny.
Oh my god, they're both gonna die. Yeah, there goes Morden. Good job. Good job, Morden.
Our power is unmatched. You will know pain, Shepard.
Please tell me they didn't win for husks.
Now let's finish you off.
They kinda did.
You will know pain, Shepard.
Bypassing fail-safes and attempting emergency power-up. Please hold a defense tower.
Enemy down.
Morden, you need to get over here. Morden, you... Oh my god, you're awful, Morden.
Yes!
Doubtful that enemy has withdrawn. Reinforcements likely.
Yeah, still cannot save the game. Which is a shame, because saving between the stages would be nice.
Sequential power-up initiated. Guardian anti-ship batteries at 40%.
Reinforcements. Guess we got their attention.
Assuming control.
Miranda, you are not hiding in the cover.
Moving! Now let's finish you off!
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 60%. Seeking targeting protocols to Normandy systems. Continue to protect the tower.
Your form is fragile.
Okay, out of ammo for this gun, sadly.
Attacks will tear you apart. Focus on Shepard. This hurts you.
Here, enjoy.
You are short-sighted.
Yes, I am. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's start with the fact that all the silent collectors know about my medical history.
Get ready. There's got to be more.
And there's always more. Yep, now it's gonna be this thing.
Taking cover.
Edie, we need that system online.
A new one, whatever that is. Don't get too close.
Attack didn't work!
Yeah, now he's gonna go for barriers.
Guardian anti-ship batteries.
Okay, so I can only do this.
100%. I have control.
And now to ruin its armor.
I was standing downwind.
That is not what I wanted to do.
Here we go.
Firing anti-ship batteries at collector vessel.
Point incineration tech.
No, shipper, you fucking... Of course, Shepard have decided to be like, hey, instead of running away,
Heavy fire imminent.
let's do something absolutely fucking stupid.
Moving.
Just burned through any armor.
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 100%. I have control.
Taking cover!
Pull it up.
Morden?
Firing anti-ship batteries at collector vessel.
Simple enough. Deploying incineration tech.
No, don't get into the fucking cover. Jesus Christ. I don't think I'm asking for too much. Like, seriously. This is what we get when you get direct ports of the controls from console. There we go. Not gonna lie, this could go much better. Hey, Muffin.
No! Don't let him get away!
There's nothing we can do. They're gone.
Half the colony's in
It was
there.
such a
They
stupid
took
death
Ian
over
and
there.
Sam and Lilith. Do something!
Death because, of course, controls did not want it to work properly. Which
Nobody could have
which
done more, Shepard.
a lot of time they don't want to work.
I know that name. Sure, I remember you. You're some type of big Alliance hero.
Commander Shepard, captain of the Normandy, the first human Spectre, savior of the Citadel. You're in the presence of a legend, Delan. And a ghost.
All the good people we lost and you get left behind. Figures. Screw this. I'm done with you Alliance types.
I thought you were dead, Shepard. We all did.
And you're getting too touchy.
It's been too long, Caden. How have you been?
Is that all you have to say? You show up after 2 years and just act like nothing happened. Thought we had something, Shepard. Something real. I loved you. Thinking you were dead tore
I
me
hate
apart.
that.
How could you put me through that? Why didn't you try to
genuinely
contact me? Why didn't
hate
you let me know you were alive?
the fact that if you play a female Shepard, you just cannot say no to fucking Caden. You just cannot say no to him. The relationship with him is so forced, so painfully forced, that it makes me not want to play female Shepard like ever. Just because of that. I'm not even like over exaggerating. Like, if you just pick one paragon option towards the relationship, all of a sudden, yep, that's it, they're gonna fuck. I cannot stand that. I absolutely cannot stand that. Male Shepard has such a better option when it comes to relationships, because he can just stop. He can just be like, okay, we pulling stop over here. With Caden, no matter which options I would put at the very end, it still ended up in him coming to my quarters and trying to fuck me. I hate that. I hate that forced relationship. Really hate that. I'm sorry, I probably got frustrated for no really good reason, but when a game like this, like, I played this game for so many years. It's my first time when I'm playing as female Shepard. When this is the first time when I see something like this, it's absolutely frustrating because it takes away the freedom of choice that I always had in this game. I know it's probably later, it's not gonna even matter, but it still does. To me, it's just way too big of a bother.
I'm sorry, Caden. I was clinically dead. It took 2 years to bring me back. So much time has passed. You've moved on. I don't want to reopen old wounds.
I did move on. At least I thought I did. But now we've got reports about you and Cerberus.
Reports? So much for security.
Alliance Intel thought Cerberus might be behind the missing human colonies. I got a tip this colony might be the next one to get hit. Anderson stonewalled me, but there were rumors that you weren't dead, that you were working for the enemy.
Our colonies are disappearing. The Alliance turned its back on them. Cerberus is the only group willing to do something about it.
You can't really believe that. We both know what Cerberus is like, what they're capable of. I wanted to believe the rumors that you were alive, but I never expected anything like this. You turned your back on everything we believed in. You betrayed the Alliance. You betrayed me.
Caden, you know me. You know I'd only do this for the right reason. You saw it yourself. The Collectors are targeting human colonies, and they're working with the Reapers.
I want to believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust Cerberus. They could be using the threat of a Reaper to manipulate you. What if they're behind it? What if they're working with the Collectors?
Typical Alliance attitude. You're so focused on Cerberus that you're blind to the real threat.
You're letting how you feel about their history get in the way of the facts.
Maybe. Or maybe you feel like you owe Cerberus because they saved you. Maybe you're the one who's not thinking straight.
Maybe yours who's getting way too close and touchy.
I'm an Alliance soldier. Always will be. I've got to report back to the Citadel. They can decide if they believe your story or not.
Bye.
So long, Caden.
Goodbye, Shepard. And be careful.
Joker, send the shuttle to pick us up. I've had enough of this colony.
Okay, XP, level up, biotic damage, heavy skin, credits, and platinum. It's more than I ever could ask for, I suppose.
Shepard, good work on Horizon. Hopefully the Collectors will think twice before attacking another colony.
It's not a victory. We interrupted the Collectors, but they still abducted half the colony.
That's better than an entire colony, and more than we've accomplished since the abductions began. The Collectors will be more careful now, but I think we can find another way to lure them in.
Caden said the Alliance got a tip about me and Cerberus. Was that you?
I may have let it slip that you were alive, and with Cerberus.
You risked the lives of my friend, my crew, and that entire colony, just to lure the Collectors there?
A calculated risk. I suspected the Collectors were looking for you, or people connected to you. Now I know for certain. I told you I wouldn't sit and wait while the Reapers and Collectors gather strength. Besides, they would have hit another colony eventually, and without a way to predict which one, they would have abducted everyone.
We have to make sure they don't abduct anyone else.
I want the Collectors stopped for that very reason. That's why we're doing this, Shepard. I'm devoting all resources to finding a way through the Omega-4 relay. We have to hit them where they live. Your team will need to be strong, as will their resolve. There's no looking back. The same goes for you. Can I assume you've put your past relationships behind you?
That's actually not his business.
None of your damn business.
Exactly.
If it affects the mission, better you should leave it behind. Shepard, once you find a way through the Omega-4 relay to the Collector homeworld, there's no guarantee you'll return. To have any hope of surviving, you and your entire team must be fully committed to this.
Let me worry about them. You just find us a way to the Collector homeworld.
I just want to be upfront about your odds. You'll need everyone at their best. I've forwarded 3 more dossiers. Keep building your team while I find a way through the relay. And be careful, Shepard. The Collectors will be watching you.
I guess we're really gonna do it. Hit the Omega-4 relay. Take the fight to the Collectors in person. Looking forward to the action. After seeing what those bastards did on Horizon, though, makes you think.
They're powerful. We've got a few tricks for them. If anyone can stop them, we can.
No argument there, Commander. Horizon just made it hit home. What we're doing, what we're up against. Gonna go take care of a little unfinished business. I imagine everyone else is too. Getting some closure, you know?
Anyway. Keystream, thank you, Krios, and Samara. We're gonna do that, but one thing at the time. One thing at the time, because there's 11 paragraphs. Actually, I can level up, can I? Yeah, 4 points, but I'm gonna put those points into operative, and now the first 4 points are gonna go into either Disruptor Armor or Tactical Cloak. Or just some people are gonna put points in the operative and then think about... and then think about the rest. I think that's gonna be a good idea. Retrain powers. Well, if I'm ever gonna need that, that's definitely what I'm gonna use. What level I am anyway? 15. So next, there's gonna be 2 points per level. So it's 2, 4, 6, 12, 14 levels, which means I will be able to put 1 point in AI hacking. So it's not as bad as it seems.
Hey, Commander. It's pretty crazy the people you can run into out here, huh? I mean, it was probably a setup or something, but it was still good to see Caden, Staff Commander Alenko, wasn't it?
Yeah, we talked. It was nice, but things have changed. We let it go.
Oh, good, because I was not looking forward to your mood if that went bad. There's a reason I don't date crew, Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Quiet enough. What the?
Trouble?
No, it's nothing. Son of a... Very funny, Edie. Real original. Stop it.
You did insist on manual control, Mr. Moreau.
She disabled the automatic control of the chair. Nice.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Nice little practical joke over there, Edie. Alright, let's see the email.
Commander, we've got a priority signal from 5th Fleet Headquarters. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, I need to discuss a sensitive matter with you privately.
I'll take this in my quarters.
Yeah, and that's a DLC quest, but I can do that DLC whenever I feel like it. I think according to the canon, doing this mission after the suicide mission is it's the best way to actually finish it. Because it's like canon-wise most fitting.
Commander, thank you for your time. I'll keep this brief. We have a deep cover operative out in Batarian space. Name's Dr. Amanda Kenson. Dr. Kenson recently reported that she found evidence of an imminent Reaper invasion.
So why call me?
Just this morning I received word that the Batarians arrested her. They're holding her in a secret prison outpost on terrorism charges. I need you to infiltrate the prison and get her out of there. As a favor to me, I'm asking you to go in alone.
Alone, okay. I also believe that this DLC should not start immediately after the Horizon. In my opinion, this DLC should start after the suicide mission. Because after suicide mission, you get back to the Citadel, you're reinstated as a Spectre, the Alliance know that you're 100% alive. There's just a lot of inconsistencies when it comes to when this mission actually starts.
What's Dr. Kenson actually doing out there?
She's a deep cover operative, Shepard. We talk only when we have to. I'd heard she was investigating a rumor of a Reaper artifact in the system. Her last report said she'd found it.
What else can you tell me about the operative?
Amanda's a top scientist and an Alliance agent working in Batarian space. It's a deadly assignment, and she's one of the few up to the challenge. She and I go back pretty far, Commander. I won't let her rot away in a Batarian torture camp.
I thought the Alliance denies the Reaper threat. That must be some proof she found.
Kenson's team found an artifact out in Batarian space. She believes it's a Reaper device, proof that the Reapers are indeed planning to invade. I've known her a long time. If she says she has proof, it's worth checking out.
I have a hell of a squad with me. I'm sure they'd help out.
Kenson is my friend. If the Batarians see a squad of armed soldiers, they'll kill her. This is serious, Commander. Go in with discretion, or don't go at all.
The Batarians won't take kindly to the Alliance breaking into a secret prison.
This is not an Alliance operation. It's one person going in alone to save a friend. If it were an official mission, of course the Batarians would be upset. You keep this quiet, Shepard, and there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I'll save her eventually.
I'll make this a priority.
The prison is hidden underground in a Batarian outpost in Aratat. I'll upload the coordinates now. Once she's secure, confirm her discovery. We'll debrief you when you're back.
Got it.
Hackett out.
Bye, Bishop. Yeah, that DLC is gonna wait. Anyway. I need to read all the emails again and talk with the crew, because that was one of the more important missions.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you. There's a lot of more important missions when it comes to Mass Effect 2. Like, Mass Effect 2 only had... what did we have? Recruiting Liara, going for Pharaohs, Novaria, then Vermeer, and that was it. In here, the conversation options are a little bit more expanded, because you have to talk with a lot of people on the ship every single time you recruit somebody. After the Horizon, you have to talk with everybody. It's a lot of talking when it comes to this game. Not really consider that to be the worst thing on the planet Earth. Contact information. Trying to stop the collectors. Robin Reeve. Shadow Broker Intel. That's for Liara.
I saw the reports on Horizon, Commander. What you did was amazing. The report mentioned that Caden Alenko was there. How did that go?
Fine.
There's not much to say. The past is the past.
Exactly.
I understand. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Anything with the crew?
Is there anything I should know?
Operative Lawson would like to see you at her station on the crew deck. Operative Taylor would like to see you over in the armory. Anything else, Commander?
Goodbye.
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Alright, so Jacob is gonna give me his quest, and Miranda is gonna give me her quest as well. Let's see, weapon upgrades, nothing. Armor upgrades, we have biotic damage. And from prototypes, we have heavy skin, heavy bone weave. That's not Inferno armor. Missile launcher. And there's the advanced training over here, but I don't really... I'm not gonna get the chitin of this. It's just not gonna happen. Also not this, because it has an awful accuracy, so I'm never gonna wear it. Health, ammo capacity, don't need that. Don't need the heavy weapon ammunition, as nobody can even use it. Yeah, okay. Last check. Still it's in prototypes, I wonder why. I mean, hold up. Because its retrain powers is down below. Why couldn't I just use the scroll to just get over there? You know, it's only 5,000 iridium. Yeah, I want to see the retrain powers thing. Alright, anyway, heavy bone, missile launcher, which I'm never gonna use, sadly. Let's see if Morton has anything to say.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Having trouble working between your interruptions and Edie's insistence that insane experiments endanger entire crew. Hard to concentrate. Affecting morale. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Well, I needed you, and you just rejected me. Rude. Mean. Yeah, every single found weapon can be found on this desk over here. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Alright, Jacob, what's the fucking deal?
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
The yeoman said you wanted to see me. What's this about, Jacob?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it turns out to be a goose chase.
Then don't start the personal inquiries.
Well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
I'm listening.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gernsback, the ship my father served on. It sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that. I've buried everything but a body. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
I'd think you'd be more excited that your father might be alive.
He wasn't around enough for me to have bad memories. It's an old, well-healed wound. But if he's actually alive and needs help, I also want to note that it's not normal procedure for distress calls to be routed to the Normandy. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Any signs that this is a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operations stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
There's nothing under that skin. There's emptiness. It's your Jacob.
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it. Even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am. And as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
Okay, that's it, and we're gonna do that.
Spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
Okay, so that's 4 points to Paragon.
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
I know that. Okay, so more than Solace, we already talked with that. Done the research. Crew quarters. Miranda and Garrus. Miranda. Mother Miranda.
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
So you think your father's tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life, and she's going to get it no matter what.
Okay, relocation.
Did your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus, and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
Alright, I'm definitely gonna help.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Ilium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
Fair enough. Is Garrus only gonna give me the calibrations?
Yes. If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the collectors right now.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Calibrations.
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Indeed. What about the crew quarters?
So the collectors did take New Canton?
Yes, but my wife and daughter left in the nick of time. They're resting in San Francisco as we speak.
That's great news.
It is, but I knew a lot of good people in New Canton. Our mission has to succeed.
Thank God Shepard's in command.
Yep. The best commander in the world. Okay, talk with Garrus, talk with Miranda. No, it's just the engineering. It's gonna be Trash, Jack, and Grunt. I'm not saying that Zaid is trash. That's not the point. I'm always tossing the trash where Zaid is. we go. Tradition uphold. Is he actually? Yeah, he is throwing knives at the whatever is that. Looks like a poster or something. Definitely not Black Suns or Blue Suns. Sorry. Does Grunt has anything to say?
Shepard.
Rex.
Anything in your tank imprints that can make use of the resources we found?
Nothing else I can think of. I'm no tech. Enjoy what you got.
Simple to the point. I also enjoy that.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
The hold is too open. Not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Grant would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
Something must move you. You're as genetically Krogan as you can get.
I see suffering, the dead, and I think weak. I'm supposed to be strong. My guts were grown from thousands more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why O'Keir started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
So you started small, but you became what you are. Not everyone gets that chance.
I'm built for strength, but didn't earn it. I just am. Those dead were strong enough to try, even if they lost. The perfect Krogan, ignoring what made me. No strength in that. I'll take another look at what happened to the Krogan. Find a reason to care about it.
Alright, so that was my boy over here. I think hold up. How is my Paragon? Paragon is looking pretty nice. Because I'm not sure about Zaid, I know I can do the Jacob's quest. Like 100% I can do the Jacob's quest. So I need to set up like a little bit of a priority on which missions I'm gonna do first and which missions I'm gonna do last. I think doing Jacob would be a good idea to gain some Paragon. Maybe after that I'm gonna try to do the Zaid quest. Because Zaid has one Paragon option to do, I think.
Hey.
Tell me something I don't know about you.
Nothing to tell. Why?
I want to know more, and I'm not going away.
I'm here to fight for you. Nothing says we have to be friends, but whatever. Something you don't know, huh? Obvious stuff like what's up with my ink, or something else just as boring? You're not really interested unless it affects you. I've been through all this shit before.
I could be genuine. You have no way of knowing.
I have eyes and I have history. You'll back off as soon as you realize you're not the first, and I'm immune to your help.
I'll bite. What's with the tattoos?
Some are for prisons I've been in. Some are for kills. You know, good ones. Some are for things I've lost. Those aren't your business. They're nobody's business. And some are because, hey, why the fuck not?
Good reason as any.
You work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works. You let someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife. Lonely and alive works just fine, thanks.
You're tough, but you can't have survived alone all these years.
When I was starting out, I ran with this girl Manara and her boyfriend. They knew their way around. I thought they'd help me. Right. They helped me into their bed. And when we finally did take down something big, they helped themselves to my share of the take. I knew where it was heading. And I got them first. Never bothered with friends after that.
They sound like selfish pricks. That doesn't mean they were gonna kill you.
I get feelings. I don't need proof. I did the smart thing. I always do the smart thing if people fuck with me. That's probably something you should remember.
They sound like selfish pricks. That doesn't mean they were gonna kill you.
I get feelings. I don't need I always do the smart thing if people fuck with me. That's probably something
I
you should
guess there's
remember.
nothing else to talk
Have
with her
go,
about.
But we should do this again.
Wait. My turn with the questions. People usually walk by now. Why are you really asking all these things? What's your game, Shepard?
You fascinate me? Just curious. The answer with the fascination is kind of weird to me.
I've never met anyone like you.
Whatever. It'll come back to what you can take. It always does. Later, Shepard.
Bye, Felicia. At least I got 6 Paragon for that. So Jack, Grunt, is there anybody who, I think Gabby, yeah. These guys.
Did you hear that we are sharing our deck with a Krogan?
Well, ain't that peachy?
Peachy. Alright, so let me get into the combat information. Any new messages? Nothing. Good. Okay. Let's save the game, and now I'm gonna figure out what I want to do next, because we still have not done the Zaid quest, and we haven't done... that's not what I wanted to do. We have not done the Zaid quest, and we also have not visited the Citadel. And we also have not explored the planets over here.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched.
And that's all she wrote. Okay, so Shadow Sea, that's all there is. Help Jacob, Omega, Ilium, the Justicar, and then Krios. Eagle Nebula has investigating the abandoned station. Help Zaid in MSV Roselli. Recruit Master Thief on the thing. How much time do I have? I still have plenty of time. Let's go for the abandoned station. I have the save done. Actually, no, I'm gonna make another one just in case. Let me check the abandoned station. Let's see what's good with that. It's probably gonna be in another system altogether. Oh, might as well. I can buy some probes. Okay, so the station is in Strabo. Let's see what's good over there. Team the same. Miranda and Morden. I'm gonna check if I can level them up in any way, shape, or form. Miranda has 2 points and Morden has 4, and that's gonna go for the Cryoblast. I also believe that this area is not going to be very good for sniper rifles. It's a little bit too tight. Okay, can I jump through there, even though I wish I could? Yeah, I think using assault rifles over here would not be a bad idea. The AI of the ship asked me to go out of the airlock. Nice.
You are not authorized to be in this area.
And what if I don't give a damn? Okay, can I activate this console? Power detected, outage detected in the mainframe, locked for security purposes. Okay, fine, good enough. I think I remember this.
Living area power restored. The living area doors have been closed to quarantine. 3 doors enabled. 2 doors enabled. All doors disabled.
Okay, I need to enable all the doors.
Enabled. 5 doors enabled.
And that's all of them. Because if I'm gonna try to press on any of this, that's gonna disable all the doors again. Money, money, money. The more money, the better. Because the one we're gonna go in Citadel, we're gonna do quite big shopping. I was actually thinking about going to the Citadel when I'm gonna get Tali, because yeah, there's actually a conversation with Tali over there. There's a little bit of a scene.
All intruders intentionally violating quarantine are requested to exit the station immediately.
Oh, just chill. Iridium. Can I bring it to the power?
Research area power restored.
Nice. Okay, more iridium.
Testing area has been locked down according to protocol M29-2.
I see. That's
Reflective
gonna.
armor prototype repositioned.
That's gonna reflect the beam.
Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Reflective armor prototype repositioned.
That should do it.
Testing area has been unlocked.
Nice.
All personnel take this opportunity to leave the station immediately.
Nah. Don't leave. Get inside, pillage. Get all the stuffs.
Plasma venting in progress. Attempting to reach the maintenance controls will most likely result in serious injury or death.
Ah, yes, the vapors. If I recall correctly, the vapors over here are able to be just try to avoid it by sprinting.
There have been 4 fatalities on this station in the last week. Remember, safety
Like this.
is everyone's responsibility.
And there goes Morden. Not more. Yep, now both of them are going for that. Jesus.
Require more power to escalate defenses.
You guys suck.
Maintenance area power restored.
Are the vapors are gonna get back? I think they do. Which, if they don't, that's good. This is a kind of weird side mission, if I could be honest. Sure, we'd learn about the lore of this ship, but it's not really anything happening over here.
Hub area power restored. Central mainframe access granted. Docked vessel detected. Attempting to upload central programming into docked vessel's mainframe. Intruder detected. You are not authorized to be in this area. This is a secure zone. Please leave this station immediately.
Rogue VI, Rogue AI.
Regret to inform you that all attempts to defend the station have failed. Shutting down security protocols.
Definitely looks like it. That was very easy, if I could say so. Nice little way to check up on the crew and just disperse their skill points. Alright, so now we have this out of the way. Mass relays on the Emir or Ymir, however it's pronounced. Fuel depot new. Then again, how many probes do I have? I should have the full set of probes. Yeah, I have the full set of probes, so I don't have to worry. Plot mass relay jump. Let's see how we are going to do this. There's disable infected production line. There's also another side quest. Recruit Tally on Far Rim, but I don't think I'm gonna be ready for that. Even though I'm possibly gonna take Tally before going for the Citadel. And again, we'll see. Let's go for the infected production line. I want to get rid of all the possible side quests before I'm gonna move into something else. Into more pressing options. Damn, this area has a lot of... Yeah, sure, I'm gonna land. This area has a lot of EZO, which is great. Same squad as always, because I want to. Nobody has any points to distribute. It's a weird thing that Morden has the one skill, this one squad point missing in this entire thing. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. Shut down the factory. I can bring my sniper rifle for this. It has already the power enabled. So let's go.
Going to cover.
Not a problem.
Enemies in front. Hostile detected. Hostile mech.
Hostile what?
They're through my shield!
Okay, so now we're inside of the base. Time for assault rifle. This is what we got. We got medkit. We got robots with lore that I'm not gonna read.
See anyone else here?
Yeah, there are gonna be a lot of robots to kill. Thank you for the EZO. Yeah, I think we can kill that one. Whoa. That was a little bit close. This is why I love playing as Infiltrator, because Infiltrator can just go invisible and just do this. Please, robots. And I'm dead. Yeah, I really tried to go to the left behind this box, but the game being game, controls being controls. I'm gonna be honest, they are really not the best.
Combat systems rerouting power. Enemy down.
good old habits from Mass Effect 3, you know, invisibility, energy drain, and then fire the weapon. Because you still had that... the fraction of a second to actually deal the damage after you get invisible. In here it's actually different because the invisibility doesn't get broken down. So you're still open to deal as much damage as you possibly can. In Mass Effect 3 they give you a choice. You either deal more damage while invisible or you are being able to cast additional ability. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like that. It makes me feel powerful, but maybe a little bit too powerful, once to think about it. Gosh, this place is noisy. I think they're spawning back with more. Like more on the downstairs. RIP Tesla factory. Experience element 0. So that one's done. Okay, any other side objectives that I would want to do before I'm gonna jump into one of the more important objectives? I was thinking about helping Jacob right now. Just investigate Project Overlord, that's still with something else. I want to wait with Zaid a little bit, to be quite honest. Because Zaid requires a little bit more positive karma. I think what I could do... yeah, I could very easily help Jacob, just get him out of the way. There's Miranda. Miranda is gonna have to wait a little bit. There's gonna be a lot of things to do on Ilium. Lots and lots of things. Thane, Samara, Miranda, plus the other side quests. Plus, I think it's on Ilium that we get the semi-automatic sniper rifle. You can bet your sweet cheeks I'm gonna try and get it. I'm gonna try, I will get it. Assuming that the game is not gonna crash because this game has its own moods. I think out of all games in the Legendary Edition, the Mass Effect 2 was the one that crashed on me the most.
I have detected an anomaly. Probe launched. I have found something.
Okay, let's land then. You have found something. And for this one I'm gonna need my sniper rifle until we're gonna enter the building, at least. Cannot say because we're probably entering the middle of a battle. Yep.
Affirmative. Moving out of line of fire. Headshot.
Yeah, I need to take this guy down. One more? Okay. Didn't expect that, but doesn't matter. Just gonna pick one of those and check what's on the other corner over here. Maybe there's something of use. And there is some element 0, but I also have noticed the second container. Yep, nothing else besides that. The game allows me to save, so I'm gonna take that opportunity. It's behind the door. Oh, we're probably gonna have to get inside, which means I'm gonna have to switch the weapon. And I don't really have to.
Heading to cover.
Indeed.
Okay, I didn't even realize that my gun is not loaded. Look at all those Turians. Wait, what? Miranda, the cover is like right there. That was a legit miss. I feel like there's all of a sudden there's a delay between me firing the gun. You should be exploding right now. Or maybe not. With just a thermal clip that you have replaced. Need to grab some ammo. I'm gonna assume that this is the way forward. Hey, Crunch. Need more Krogan Battle Masters? Actually, I have already went for Grunt. Grunt had plenty of these guys. Nothing that I couldn't handle though, considering the fact that, well, we're pretty much well equipped when it comes to dealing with armored enemies. Yeah, I don't know about this computer terminal. Yeah, enemy battle masters. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're not really that bad. This is not insanity difficulty. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do this on insanity, considering that I'm only playing this series like once a year. I think playing in this game of veteran is already good enough for me, and I don't need to like raise the difficulty any higher. It's fun, yeah, if you know how to play the game.
Now let's finish you off.
Why did you use the warp? Oh my god.
Deploying incineration.
Hold on, let me check something. Options, gameplay, squad usage, off. So I don't know why Miranda have decided to use the warp. For me to play on Insanity difficulty, I would need to play this game like non-stop for at least a month. Which is possible. There's nothing else over here? That's strange. At least it was straight to the point, so I can't really complain. Alright, we got that out of the way. Okay, so Enoch is not fully explored yet. What am I missing in this system? Oh, there's a planet right next to the fuel depot. Right. Hope I do well, Crunch. I forgot to give you a shout out. I'm gonna get to that right now. First, I need to wait for the things to start working again. Okay, so it's... I don't think it actually did appropriate. Hold up. I cannot do the second shout out. This is not the channel that I wanted to shout out. It didn't do the underscore dash for some reason. But it is what it is. You're welcome. Alright, so we got Enoch. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't want it. It's like highlighted. Totally something that I did not want it, but anyway.
Launching probe. Probe launched.
That's done. Now let's help the irrelevant. The first help mission to basically be over with it.
Probe away.
And I think after that I'm gonna actually take Tali with me. I'm gonna give it a try. It's gonna give me a lot of it's probably gonna give me a lot of Paragon points, because then I want to go for the Citadel, as there is a conversation that's important with her, kind of important. I still want to take Tali for that. I didn't do that on the last playthrough. Okay, we're gonna take Jacob and let's take Morden, maybe. No, I'm gonna take Miranda because her buffs are good for the team. And Miranda cannot have nothing. I'm gonna put that. Yep, that, and I don't care. Cerberus veteran, health and weapon damage, and that's less health but more weapon damage. Let's go for more weapon damage for him, because I really don't care. Jacob. Get a Viscavator. Get a Carnifex.
I've run a scan of the ship. I detect no...
Okay, let me get the sniper rifle
but
first.
there may be useful technology or information still inside.
And you switch to pistol. Also get your incendiary ammunition while I'm taking my own ammo.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years.
That sounded like a bullet impact for a second right there.
Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Along with this anymore, we've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
I probably
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid
probably should
decay.
talk with the VI first.
With human physiology. Override.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Who is in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours. Following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback, activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Deleted record. Nice.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check
so,
the ship.
to me, that is
had the beacon for
possibly
almost 9
the
years.
only thing that is
Maybe
like
that neural
weird
decay
about all of
affected
this.
Avoiding it for a decade seems unlikely.
That it's just all just deleted. Like it never existed. Or somebody was simply trying to hold the record for some reason. Most likely somebody was trying to hold the something that happened over here. I mean, I know exactly what have happened over here.
Horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand. She threatened to report if I didn't stop sending messages. But now she's so innocent. They all are. That look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
And somebody definitely went psycho.
Crash, you can't expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him, but I don't know. What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can
can remember, can think straight. They have to hurry.
And so the records that were over here. Is there anything else that I can
Access flagged issues include.
Yeah, okay, so that's all there is to it. I'm gonna have to fight some civvies, quotation marks.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue...
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
We've been spotted.
Good shot!
Yeah, this guy's not really that dangerous. Jacob's sacrificing himself and also standing in my way. How not sorry am I? Yeah, I want your submachine gun, dude.
That wasn't neural decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
There's not a lot of people who can make any sense out of this shit.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
That cross looks like a part of a Turian ship.
They're clearly docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently? Makes males get violent.
Possibly, but the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop.
Hey DBM, what game is this? Mass Effect 2.
Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
So it's basically Mass Effect because I'm playing on Legendary Edition. The entire series could be basically summarized as a Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2 is a part of the large trilogy. And Mass Effect is probably one of the best video game series of all time. Very heavy story-oriented and lore-oriented.
That's borderline worship.
The hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
Game with a lot of RPG elements. Well, this one has a lot of RPG elements. But like I said, it's mostly story-oriented. Your decision matters between the games. What you do with your character matters.
Patrols like that are a little much against this bunch.
Well, that would make them hate him. Maybe it was just for defense.
It's kind of hard for me to recognize this game because the best way to know how to play what is this game is to play on by yourself. I don't know if it's still on discount on Steam, but I think it's worth $25 right now. And basically pay $25 for 3 games. It's a golden deal, in my opinion. I would highly recommend it, this game and this series to everybody who really enjoys RPG or RPG-like games that are very heavily story-oriented.
Please, here. You could end it. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
Also, welcome to the channel, DBM. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday.
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out, but they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Hey, Sundog. Game has amazing graphics. The very first release of this game was 2000. I really don't want to lie. I think this game was released in 2009. But the Legendary Edition was released like 2019. I believe I could be 100% wrong. Blame me for that. But yeah, it looks pretty good graphically wise. I would say so myself. I think the best looks of this game are in Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 2 is definitely a huge improvement in the graphically wise.
Does it say why he separated the men and women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
And we will. Also, we have to keep in mind that this game is pretty much placed in the future. It's a science fiction game.
Back.
Ah, that was a... Jesus Christ, what the hell is wrong with me today? I think my brain is not fully functioning today for some reason.
He had plenty of choices. A little late to blame his victims.
You're trying to shoot me through the wall. Wow, Diablo junkie. Understandable. Yeah, I could call you Smexy, I just want to call you DBM. Like when I greet somebody in the chat, I always use whatever I actually find suitable at that point. It's also it's simply a weird thing. My brain is weird. It's one of those days when my brain is wired. Oh, heavy pistol damage. When my brain is wired a little bit weirdly. Technically speaking, my brain is wired differently 24/7. But today it shows a little bit stronger than usual.
Now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Not to my mage, dev by magic. Yeah, I remember I played Diablo 3 and Diablo 2. When it comes to Diablo 2, my favorite class was Necromancer. But that was basically it. When it comes to Diablo 3, I usually went for the Hunter. But Mage, probably built Mage could like deal religious amounts of damage. No, I doubt it. I know Smixy from other Twitch chats. So I doubt that will go. D3 Necromancer. I played Diablo 3 Necromancer. I think I have played him for one season only, and I enjoyed it because I like summoning things. I like cursing things. It's definitely an enjoyable experience, but the thing is, after the Necromancer drop, maybe I have done like a 1-2 more seasons, and after that I was like, whatever, I don't want to play this game anymore.
Right between the eyes. Enemy drone.
Okay, both of you over here.
Sure thing.
We have Ymir mech to deal with. Miranda, you are an idiot. Okay, I don't know what the hell just happened.
Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
I love when the companions are smart enough to follow the simple orders. Like what I mean, I think you guys have saw. I have commanded both of them to stand over here. What did Miranda did? She stand in the behind the box over here, and she just got herself killed. Why are you being like this, Mass Effect 2? Why are you being like this? Anything else in the area? Doesn't look like it. I think I'm good.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you are acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I'd hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Hey, level up, nice.
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give them the tail lights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition!
Oh boy.
I'm not smiling.
I've been under attack, it seems. Hey Winchester, how are you guys doing? Winchester, thank you very much for the raid. For everybody who is new to this channel, I'm Uncle Lander. I'm playing a variety of video game series. Currently playing Mass Effect 2, doing the Mass Effect Marathon, Mass Effect Trilogy Marathon, and also doing the charity with StackUp.org, a charity that supports military personnel, military vets, and prevents the suicide among the military personnel. Thank you guys very much for the raid. Hey Magaru, hey Winchester, hey Hamster, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have a good Saturday.
Nothing goes through this ship,
Hey North.
my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
How am I doing? I'm doing pretty alright. I can't really complain, you know. Mass Effect 2 is a good game. It has its ups and downs, more from technical perspective than from the story writing. But I still enjoy it, you know. It's a great game. I hope your stream went well.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this.
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
It actually caught me in a pretty weird time
Come
because...
on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander.
Because after I'm gonna take a
Thanks for the help.
I'm gonna take a break in a minute or two. As I need it. I need to stand up. I need to refresh myself. I also need to throw something on my stomach because I'm really hungry. Not really sure if talking. Actually, no. I'm gonna take a break right now. And then after the break, I'm gonna make a conversation with everybody on the ship. I think that's a good idea. Shepard has 3 points, so I need one more level to put something into either operative or in one of the skills. The ammo is gonna be heavy disruptor and squad. Okay, I'm gonna figure it out later. But now, it is time to take a break, like I said, because I need that break. I really do, because I also need to make myself a second cup of tea. So yeah, Winchester, thank you very much for the raid. Thank you very much for watching me so far. Break is gonna take me 10-15 minutes. Links to my YouTube, Discord, whatever guys need is down below in the panels or in the description. Discord for know when I go live. YouTube for VODs, Twitter for random bullshit. If you're watching this on YouTube, consider subscribing, the bell, stopping the like, all the algorithm. Watching on Twitch, if you're watching this on Twitch, consider following. I'm doing this Mass Effect Trilogy Marathon throughout the entire month of November. I'm also doing a charity event for this with StackUp.org. Basically, Sticker.org is a charity that supports military vets and prevents their suicide and supports currently deployed soldiers. So if you guys want to support them, chat information or somewhere nearby this subscribe button, there should be something to to give you more information about that. When it comes to supporting me, subscribe to my Twitch via Prime, getting regular Twitch subs, and bringing some nice looking emotes, option of bits for even more unique looking emotes, or for people who wish to support me more directly. There goes the links for the Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and Ko-Fi donation links if you guys want to. If not, that's appreciated, but if you guys want to donate, consider donating to the charity. I would like to prioritize this month for charity more than on myself. So yeah, I'm gonna play some clips in the meantime while I'll be AFK, so enjoy those clips, and after the break we're gonna continue Mass Effect Trilogy playthrough. Be right back.
How to even compete with this? This is a big performance. I can try.
If you